Yeah, all right, I'm good.
So we're going to be catching up with the latest news in the IAL. I'm here with Braden, BD one and only. He's also a host on the Las Vegas Rockers podcast with Curtis. So stay tuned into that to find out the latest about the Rockers. And interestingly enough, the Rockers just signed their first player and the first player to the league, Arvell Nelson.
Yes, sir. Arvell Nelson, and he was the MVP of Arena Bowl 31. He played for many different teams across 11 seasons, and so we're super excited to have him as a part of the league.
A 6'5" QB. Someone that, he has a son that's also talented. I think that's an interesting dynamic I'm sure we'll look into as far as the documentary. I mean, he's a coach now. He's a QB coach, a QB specialist. And I saw he put up over 50 touchdowns in a season. Excited to see what he'll do in the IAL. I know he's someone that a lot of people in the league would love, and other leagues as well would love to have their hands on, and he's going to be on that Rockers field, leading the charge with Coach Hollywood. So that's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah, for sure, and we're super excited to have him. He is from Cleveland, Ohio. He went to Texas Southern University, and he's been in around the Arena League for a long time. He's been around the sport for many years, and so we're super excited. Among other teams, he's played for the Alabama Hammers, the Spokane Shock, the Pittsburgh Power, the Cleveland Gladiators, Jacksonville Sharks, Washington Valor, and most recently in 2023, he played for the San Antonio Gunslingers of the IFL. So he's had plenty of experience with arena football.
Definitely. What was your? I mean, how do you think he's going to change what the Rockers got going on?
I think he's going to be a great addition. Honestly, I think that he's going to be one of the pioneers of the IAL, and yeah, it's going to be great. I think that just having that experience and that sort of veteran leadership is going to help the team out tremendously.
I agree.
Yeah,
I mean, what highlights did you see of him so far? Like, what about game style?
So I actually didn't see any highlights. I was just mostly doing research on like statistics and like the teams he's been with and all of that. So I haven't actually seen any highlights. I'm definitely going to look those up though. I'm sure that they're all over YouTube and stuff.
Yeah, excited for everyone to check him out as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. So how do you plan to include him in the documentary with future episodes?
Well, like I said, our headquarters are down here in Vegas, so we're definitely going to be really hands-on with Arvell Nelson. He's someone that is not only an elite player himself, but he looks to pass on that knowledge. That's kind of cool. Like, that's the nature of the QB position, right? It's all about that knowledge. You don't always have to necessarily be the most physically talented, but he looks like he has like a quarterback academy. So he trains younger players, tries to bring them on and improve their skills as well. And then him having a son, I'm looking forward to see what his son does. I think he might be in the class of 2026. What's his journey going to be like? I think that's something we dive into in the documentary and just seeing what type of leader he'll be to the Las Vegas Rockers on and off the field. So yeah, looking forward to.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I didn't even know he had a son. I did research mainly on him, but I didn't know that he had a son that was coming up too. That's awesome. That's super cool. So is his son getting a lot of like D1 offers? Do you know?
I actually didn't look into his recruiting, but I just know that I believe he coaches his son right now, and I believe he's in the class of 2026. And just knowing that this is the first player Hollywood chose, there's got to be something about him that is incredible. So I'm looking forward to unveiling that in the documentary and just personally finding out about him.
For sure, for sure. Yeah, and this dude, Arvell Nelson, he's a legit baller. For those who don't know, he like I said, he was Arena Bowl MVP for Arena Bowl 31, which is one of the last few Arena Bowls of the original Arena Football League. And so this dude's a legit. He's a legit baller, and we're excited to have him as part of the league and as part of the Las Vegas Rockers.
100%. Looking forward to, seeing kind of the pieces now that they're going to assemble around him. You know what I mean? Him being a 6'5" quarterback, I mean, that's like a prototypical QB, you know what I mean? So it's going to be great to see him on the field and, seeing if he can replicate some of those past seasons when he was dropping 50-plus TDs in a season, you know what I mean? That's going to be awesome to see in person.
Yeah, exactly. And being a quarterback isn't just about statistics and all that. It's also about leadership and having a guy who's been around for a long time and been a part of numerous different teams. That's the type of leadership that we need for the Las Vegas Rockers for sure. Michael Klein
100%.
says, "Hey guys, and greetings from Warriors Nation." Hi, Michael Klein. Good to see you in the chat as always. And yes, we're glad to have you here.
100%. I don't know if you've seen this, but Michael Klein started. We got a comment in here. Man, this is caught my. But Michael Klein started a Warriors fan page.
Oh, he did? No way. That's awesome.
And it's been
I'm
picking
definitely
up
gonna
a
have to
ton of
go.
traction. It's just
Is it on
awesome, man. Like,
Instagram?
it's on Facebook, and you
Facebook?
just go
Okay.
in and you just see how much love that area has for football. And then they're taking it a step further and saying it's Warriors fans for life already. You know what I mean?
That's awesome.
That just means that we got to kind of match that energy of the fans, and we got to feed their appetite. You know what I mean? The fans want the merchandise. We know it. You know what I mean? The fans want to be able to support their team and have that pride behind their team. So Warriors Nation, just stay tuned. We're ready to match that energy. And you guys are playing in arguably one of the best arenas in the IAL at PSD Bank Dome. Sweet for you guys to be able to call that home. Honestly, like I could get real comfy and cozy over there.
Yeah, for sure. What did you like most about PSD Bank Dome?
The spaciousness of it. It's probably like anywhere from 11 to 13,000 seats, and then you have a really nice suite area. It's almost like a movie theater area as far as like the concessions and stuff. They even had like a candy concession that was like you get your own, like you scoop it into a bag.
Oh, that's awesome.
And yeah, and then they got the popcorn. You know what I mean? They got like the I love food. You know what I mean? So you go enjoy a game. You know what I mean? Why not have great food and great snacks? And a lot of times when you're going to these events, you're getting snacks that you don't really get in other situations. So I mean, they got the popcorn there. They got everything else, and then the merch. It's just a very open setup, and you can get cozy and comfortable over there for sure.
That's awesome. Yeah, snacks are definitely part of the experience. So, yeah, that's awesome to hear.
Maybe some beer. You know what I mean? I don't know if we can know that, but yeah, definitely a part of the experience. If you're a football fan, let's be real. Whether you're tailgating or being a part of it.
You gotta have a beer while you're watching the game. I mean, it's a must.
Hey, and over there they drink beer different. So, looking to see who has the better beer, over there, or is it going to be one of the U.S. teams as far as the fans? So it's another storyline for us.
So Krishi Voss 1326. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong. Says, where is the money coming from? Probably a good one for you to field on this one, Elijah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, looking forward to the future episodes in this documentary revealing a lot of that, and that's something that we certainly touch base on. If you do research on the IAL, you look into just our partnerships, and it'll start to make sense when you look into the business model that we've established. So definitely it touches on it a little bit in episode 1 if you go back, And then episode 2 will touch on that as well. And just stay tuned for when the documentary drops, as well as the complete reveal of all teams in our league and schedule. That's something that we've had to be patient with, to bring the fans the best possible route to that. So it's been a journey, and we're looking forward to releasing more of that. Nothing but exciting news in our league. We just also, boom, announced our first GM. If you want to dive into that a little bit, what do you think of our first GM?
We just announced the first GM for the Cincinnati Slingers, named Adrian Ross. And so we're super excited to have Adrian aboard. And Michael Klein actually just brought that up in the chat. Does every team in the IAL get a GM? And every team will have a GM. It'll be sort of like a traditional league setup, except all the teams are owned by the league, of course. But every team will be managed by their own GM, and that person will work exclusively for that team. So what can you tell us about Adrian Ross, Elijah, that you know so far?
Yeah, well, I'm looking at some a few clips of, we had a press conference today in Cincinnati, and I want to kind of pull up these clips to show everyone.
Yeah, let's do it.
We revealed Adrian being there here. And we had we had news coverage on site as well, local news coverage in Cincinnati. But when you look at his history and his past, he was a former Bengals player, and now he gets to bring that love of football in Ohio to another level. He can use his experience, his connections to try to make the Slingers the best possible organization. I think he's just an excellent choice for our league, and I'm looking forward to see who he appoints as head coach, who he finds as far as players. He's going to really have to dive into his bag. We just seen Hollywood pull out Arvell Nelson. So it's like, are you going to be able to match that, Adrian? I think he will. I think he has a few friends. He has a few people that he's going to bring into this that is going to take our league to that next level. And here's a look at him at the press conference today with the COO, TM Mitchell. So just, it's exciting. I think all of the teams in our league are going to now have a press conference at least by next month. So you'll start to see all these layers kind of unfolding in our league, and just we're thankful for everyone that's been a part of it from the beginning, and that understands the magnitude of what we're doing with all that.
Yeah, and it's all starting to come together. So you're starting to see it. So we appreciate the patience of you guys hanging in there. I know that a lot of you guys were had a lot of questions regarding the league and how it was going to come together, but you're starting to see things come together now. And now that we've officially got our first player and our first GM, it's full steam ahead from here.
Definitely. I mean, there's a few more clips that we can show from today's press conference, but
yeah, let's check them out.
Just just cool to see that we also established the Cincinnati office this week, and our COO was out there hiring, as well as finding office space, touring the arena, and really we've just been on a wave these last few weeks of being on the ground and starting to show those building blocks of this league. So it's really exciting to see everything come together now.
Brian Tracy says, definitely would love the opportunity to coach the Utah team. And if you go to our website, ialfootball.com, there is a link on the website for people that are interested in coaching positions, or if you even know anybody that is interested in playing for the league. There is a thing you can fill out.
Definitely. I think that's something that's different about our league right now. There's so much opportunity for everyone to get in and get a look. We're taking a look at everyone. We have people assigned just to do that, just to go through all these applications. So anyone that that wants to get involved in this league, the best way is to go through the player personnel page, submit an application, and just be patient with us. We see the hunger that you guys put into these applications, so make sure you take your time when you do fill that out, and we will get to it.
Yes, most definitely. And like we said, we're committed to making this league work, and anybody who has something valuable to contribute to the league, we are totally excited to have them aboard. So definitely, Brian, the league will be looking over your information, and you can probably expect them to contact you very shortly. So we appreciate you having interest in coaching for sure.
Just keep spreading the word about the IAL. Any questions that you guys have, we'll field them right now. We'll take any questions.
Yeah, for sure.
What do you think about the Utah team that's coming up? I know there's starting to be some waves made as well in Utah right now.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty excited. The arena that they're in, the Maverick Arena, I've been there over 100 times going to minor league hockey games, Utah Grizzlies games, and it's a super nice arena. It's probably about 20 or so years old, but it's still nice. It looks almost brand new, and it's super spacious too. And I'm excited. I'm personally way excited for it.
Yeah, what type of things are around like the Maverick Center? Like what's around it?
There's some bars and there's some restaurants that are around the Maverick Center. There's a pub that sells food and also drinks within walking distance, so you can go have dinner, drink a beer or two, and then from there you can just walk straight to the arena, and it's only about a block away. And so having all those things within close proximity is super convenient for fans of the Utah team.
That's pretty sick, man. That's pretty
Yeah.
sick. I'm forward to
Yeah, hopefully you get to go up there and for the documentary. Are you planning on doing all the teams within the documentary?
I think it's just a matter of when, honestly. And what do you think will be a better arena, Orleans or Maverick Center? Like, what will be the differences between them?
Honestly, they're both nice arenas. I don't want to, knock one and say that the other is going to be good, because honestly, they're both great. And so I think that it's just a different experience. It's not that necessarily that one's better and one's worse. It's just going to be a different experience. As you guys know, we only offer the best for our fans, and that includes the game day experience. And so getting to go to the arena and be a part of the atmosphere is we make that one of the top priorities for the fans. Brian Tracy says, remember the Warriors played at Maverick Center? Great venue. Yes, the Utah Warriors were an arena football team back in the 90s, I believe, and they did play at the Maverick Center. And so that was super cool. And so this venue has already hosted arena football in its past.
Oh, really? That's pretty. That's
Yeah.
pretty. Yeah, I mean, I want to also give a big shout out to our video team that just joined the IAL this week. They've been doing a great job. In fact, they even prepared a video about the Maverick Center, so we can, take a look at that, give that a little preview.
Yeah, for sure. Let's take a look at that.
4 years, Maverick Center Arena has been home to Utah sports. From basketball to hard-hitting hockey and unforgettable live events. But now, a new chapter is being written. Fast, physical, and up close. The IAL is coming to Utah. You won't want to miss your grade eights.
Dude, that video makes me so excited for this league to kick off. It honestly does. And seeing those shots of the receiver like going over the wall to try and catch a ball, dude, that's amazing. We have Utah grade eights in the chat with the hearts. Dude, I'm so excited, bro. and any fan that watched that, I don't know how you can't, just get a chill up your spine, just getting excited for this league to kick off. And the Maverick Center, like I said, is a super, super nice arena. And it's spacious. There's plenty of room in the concourse to walk by. It's not going to be super crowded. And so it's going to be a fantastic experience for anyone that's in the Salt Lake City area.
Definitely. And I know what's special about like anyone that wants to be a part of that organization is I believe it's going to be open to the public to get a piece of ownership. So I think that's something that anyone that is in the Utah area should be keeping their ears open to, and just being prepared. There's going to be a ton of opportunity to be a part of that organization from the jump.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to buy in. Me personally, I'm definitely going to buy in because I'm from Utah, and I think it's a cool model. The Packers do the same thing, owned by the fans. I love it. And James Ernest says, did Adrian Ross's experience running the Mad Backer Foundation contribute to his hiring as the GM of the Cincinnati Slingers? And I'll let Elijah answer that one for you, James.
Yeah, I think just his experience in general and just, his history, it really makes sense. We are so honored to be able to add Adrian Ross to our organization and our league. And he's a great GM to get things rolling and to kind of set that bar. So we took into account his experience, and also we have Corrine Lewis, our director of fan experience. She was able to really, set the stuff, like get things rolling with the Mad Backer, and she was the one that introduced him. So we're thankful for everyone that's a part of our organization. The people make the league, like we always say. But yeah, I mean, as far as our video team, I also want to give the final shout out, give you guys one more preview of some of the content we've been developing. We always want to hear about what the fans want, so let us know what type of other content you'd like to see from us as well.
Yeah,
Superstars don't come from arena football. Think again. Antonio Brown's father, Eddie Brown, was a stud receiver in the 1990s and early 2000s for the old Albany/Indiana Firebirds. Brown won League MVP in 1994, was a two-time Offensive Player of the Year, and was a world champion in 1999. Brown scored over 300 touchdowns in his 12-year career, earning him the nickname of Touchdown Eddie Brown. You can tell from watching his son Antonio that great touchdown dances run in the family.
That's really awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, we mentioned it before that Antonio Brown's father was a big-time arena football player and probably the greatest receiver to ever play in arena football. And so, yeah, we're just looking to build our own legacy. Have our own players, have our own identity, and we, 10 years from now, when this league is the premier arena football league, we can look back and say, hey, that's our humble beginnings.
100%. There's just so many exciting things going on around the league. Like you see the England Eruptors pop onto the screen, and just being able to see where they play too. That's one of the nicer arenas in our league. Just a ton of different areas for people to get a VIP experience instead of just like the regular ticket. And they have a hockey team that plays in there that sells out. So I think it's really just about us, stepping into these arenas that have so much history and bringing, a brand new game to the community. There's so much opportunity for us, really. And then England Eruptors also has American TJ, behind what they're doing, on the social media wave and in the forefront. So looking forward to what he can do in the UK. He's going to be covering the Glasgow Tardens and Glasgow Tardens in Scotland, as well as the England Eruptors. So I know there's going to be, some open tryouts happening in these places. So looking forward to see the talent that pulls up to these tryouts.
Yeah, me too. And I think it's really cool to have open tryouts. It kind of gives some players who want to revive their career a chance to do that. And so I think it's pretty cool, pretty cool idea to have open tryouts for sure.
Even young players, honestly, because there's a lot of like young players over in Europe just getting back from over there is what I realized and what I learned. And they have such a desire to be a part of the game that I think, it's exciting to see what players are going to rise from this league through this desire that they have of just wanting to play, just wanting to get their reps in. Through that, I'm sure there's going to be some special players that are bred. You look at players that were great in arena football and even had the chance to have an NFL career. Could there be a player from the IAL that rises up from the youth to do that? I mean, it would only make sense that happens. It's just a matter of time of finding out who that player is, and we're all waiting. So,
yeah, for sure, yeah, and it's a good thing to give these young players in Europe a chance to live out their dream too. Reminds me of the movie Invincible with Mark Wahlberg. It's based on a true story about a guy who tried out for the Philadelphia Eagles and he made it. And so it'd be cool to have a similar storyline for us.
Exactly, but you kind of have that Europe environment instead, and it's like something that almost seems so far is a lot closer now with this league going international, and having the lens of two continents on you instead of just one, naturally and organically. You know what I mean? I think that is gonna breed stars, and anyone that wants to be a player in this league should be excited to know that you're going to be loved in both continents, and that's something that, when you already go overseas, you get that love, but you're going to get love from both parts of the pond, so that's going to be crazy. That's going to be different.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. Yeah. And having that Europe aspect is going to add a whole new element. Brian Tracy says, open tryouts are great. There is always hidden talent. There are players that have fallen through the system just needing opportunities, players and coaches both. Yeah, and I totally agree. I totally agree. When you look at the NFL, there's 32 teams. Only about 50 or so players are able to make the roster. That leaves a lot of talent that is still out there, that are looking to still continue their careers. So there's definitely a lot of hidden talent for sure.
Yeah, these open tryouts are going to be incredibly important to our league. Hopefully we find hidden gems from this, but I just know that guys should be getting ready for these. Guys should be getting prepared right now. There's no time to wait, But also, if you're getting a hold and hearing of what the IAL is doing, make sure that you are spreading the word. If there's players that can raise this league, and make things go to that next level, make sure that they're in that player portal, put in an application in, because it's only a matter of time, before everyone sees the opportunity at hand. So now's the time. Let's get rolling.
Yeah, for sure. Do you plan to cover the open tryouts, Elijah, and film them?
Yeah, 100%, 100%. I do, and I think we're gonna be having coverage in all the different markets, So I'll be going to as many markets as possible, but we're gonna try to develop coverage for all of them. So I know there's been a few photographers, videographers that have been joining the page. Don't hesitate to reach out as well too. We're looking for people to be added to the team. I think what Michael just said is extremely important too.
Yeah, he says, I hope that many more fan bases will form for all teams and then exchange information on social media regarding fan meetups in the IAL season 2026. Yeah, and I agree. I think that that would be incredible if fans could connect on social media and then maybe host meetups, or they could all tailgate together before the game in the parking lot. I think that would be awesome. Social media gives everyone a whole new way to connect, and especially fans of different teams. Maybe before the game, fans of both teams that are playing can get together and tailgate and have fun, and then go in and watch the game together.
Dusseldorf's on top right now as far as the fan page that they have going on, and me seeing what they're doing. So I get it. It's gonna be. Everyone needs to definitely catch up to that energy right now, So I'm looking forward to seeing the fan bases erupt. I know the England Eruptors have kind of been going crazy right now as well. So we'll just be patient. I think we gotta continue to feed the fans. So anything that you guys need, don't hesitate to reach out to us. But we're looking forward to seeing you guys come onto the scene as well. So. You're on point, Michael. Always good to see you.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. Is there anything else you want to go over, Elijah, or any other videos you want to play?
For now, I think just be ready for I hope everyone has a great weekend in the IAL family, and just be ready for more player announcements, more signing announcements next week. Like I said, on the horizon in January, we look to host a press conference for all the teams in the IAL. So we should be, releasing that as well as other assets for you guys to have more knowledge on what we're doing and more of a look. So be on the lookout for that, you guys. Thank you for joining in.
For sure. Hey, thank you everyone who was in the chat. Michael Klein, Brian Tracy, and everyone else who left the chat. We love interacting with fans, and we love, breaking news. So we're so happy to be here. We're happy to be on this live, and thank you for everyone who tuned in.
Catch you guys. I'll catch you soon, Braden. Thank you, man.